Welcome to another episode of the Coffee Conversation Show powered by the Emerging India Forum, TEIF, and a tech partner, Prime Infotech Solution. Series is The Emerging Lawyer. Theme is From M&A to Infrastructure, Balancing Corporate Law and Personal Passions. So we have with us a guest speaker, Shiju P V, Senior Partner at India LLP. He has over 2 decades of experience in corporate law, infrastructure projects, and private equity. Shiju has played a pivotal role in shaping the IBC and Real Estate Practices at IndiaLaw LLP. So, friends, we would have a lovely conversation. So, welcome Shiju to today's Coffee Conversation episode. Just want to explain you the format. We have 3 rounds. You must be aware of the 2. Professional and personal. The third round is a surprise rapid fire round for which you also get to win a gift.
Thank you, Amir. Very nice to be with you in this coffee conversation. I'm looking forward to have a very positive chat with you.
Okay, so friends, this is Lion Amir Virani over here, host at Coffee Conversation and a legal tech evangelist. So let's begin our conversation. So, Shiju, my first question for you will be, how has the journey been in the legal world till date?
Amir, I have been in the law practice for the last 2 decades. To be precise, I started my practice in 2003. So this is 2024. So in fact, 21 years. I'm being a first generation lawyer. So I started in 2003 as a junior advocate in Bangalore High Court. Then over a period of time, I moved from many big prestigious law firms. I handle many big corporate transactions, M&A, private equity transactions. Also, I'm involved in many prestigious infrastructure projects, road projects, highway projects, airport projects, and also the recent laws like insolvency and bankruptcy code, which is very recent origin. So as a lawyer, my path was always quite challenging, struggling, also positive, and I'm quite happy with it.
Wow. So now, Shiju, what made you pick up this niche area of corporate and transaction law?
See, as I said, when I started my practice in early 2000, it was the time the Indian economy was opened up. So there was a quite influx of foreign direct investment. Other corporates want to enter into India. They want to have JV. They want to invest in India. And also Indian company wants to go overseas. So there was a requirement of lawyers who can handle, who can understand complex transaction, negotiate the document, especially with overseas lawyers. So there was a huge demand for that. So that's the reason I decided to take up that area of practice. So I joined with law firms also who are very niche and specialized in this area of practice that time.
Wow. So now you have been involved in various M&A and private equity deals over the years. So what are, according to you, important factor for a successful transaction deal?
See, basically, the approach. If you're a litigation lawyer, or as a lawyer, if you're litigating, or if you're doing a transaction, approach is quite different. In litigation, you are constant, you want to win, you are often separating with a party, you are trying to decide your right. So very aggressive approach. That's why we have an adversarial litigation where both lawyers fight for their own client. But when you handle a transaction, if you want to be a transactional lawyer, that won't work. You always have to understand you are coming together. Whether it's a private equity, whether it's a joint venture, it's coming together. It's a collective effort. So you don't want, it's not, you have to take care of the interest of your client. At the same time, you have to protect the partner, the other side also, because both of them have to do a business together. So that joining of interest, their collective interest, balancing of their interest, strength, weakness, these things. So you have to develop an approach and you have to deal a transaction like that. So both approaches quite different. So that fundamental difference a lawyer should understand. And the problem happens also when a litigating mindset, if you approach a transaction, transaction would often fail.
Very true, very true. So it is sort of a marriage.
Yes, it's a sort of a marriage.
Yeah, so for a marriage to sustain, so
Before the beginning itself, you try to keep both the couples away, saying you want this, you want this, all divorce, you can do that. So at the beginning, you don't want to that. You have to bring them together to balance their interest. So these things have the documentation which you make has to be an aligned balancing the interest, whether it is in corporate, whether it is an infrastructure practice. The balancing of both parties should be there. You should know which is the strength of your party, which is weakness, who can do something better. So this thing has to, and it should not be like I want everything. That's not work in transaction.
very true, very true. Okay, nice insight you shared, Shiju. My next question for you will be: what are the challenges do you face in litigation practice and other areas, and how do you overcome them?
See, basically, I am a senior partner with IndiaLaw LLP. The founder of the partner is Mr. Shiju P V. Okay, he started the law firm 25 years back. We just celebrated our silver jubilee last year.
Wow.
So, Mr. Shrijit is a litigation lawyer. So he has been involved in various litigation, especially in Mumbai High Court, also in various arbitrations. So IndiaLaw LLP established itself as a litigation firm. So I've been associated with the firm for the last 10 years, at least half of my career I am with the firm. So yeah, I started the transactional, non-litigation, real estate and other practice. So that time in the transaction, there are very many established law firm which does non-litigation practice. So to start, when we from a litigation practice, as I said, this mindset difference is there. So to bring the non-litigation practice also, to bring the client also. So there was little difficulty there to tell we do this also, but that was a main challenge. But currently, we have a very balanced mix. We have almost like 50% both litigation and non-litigation. And a couple of months back, we have started a separate office in Bombay. So we have two offices in Bombay. The office I'm sitting is completely a litigation office. Here we handle all kinds of litigation, also all international and domestic arbitration. Adjacent to the next building, we have another office, which is exclusively for our non-litigation practice, which mainly into banking and finance, project M&A, real estate, and insolvency and bankruptcy restructuring practices. So we are now quite balanced in both sides of practice.
That's impressive, impressive. Okay. Now, Shiju, what steps does you and your law firm, follow practice to be among the top law firm in the area of IBC?
See, IBC is a very new law, but generally a law takes quite a long time to evolve. 10 years, 20 years, you know the Companies Act, even the new Companies Act 2003, but 1955 itself we have Companies Act. Similar, but IBC as a complete framework of insolvency practice had a very quick start. In couple of years also, all kinds of litigation up to Supreme Court jurisprudence evolved. So everyone jumped into this IBC framework and we had to immediately quickly evolve. So challenge is that every time in the law was a challenge because it's quickly evolving. And the big buckets of NPA and all came into the practice. So as a law firm, we are also to say, as like myself, our law firm is also first generation law firm. And as you know, law practice also is known for nepotism. So, but when a new law came like IBC, it's open for all. So we also jumped into the IBC practice. So, and we managed to be in almost all major IBC matter. If you see in the RBI list, where the RBI shortlisted major chronic defaulters, we were involved in around 50-60% of those accounts. We were involved in some manner or another. So yeah, so that's experience, the learning experience, even though I am technically heading, because we have each of our office, we have offices in all major Indian cities. So each office and each partners have a quite good experience. We have IPs with us as lawyers, our partners. So we are become one of the top law firm in IBC because we have quite a lot of experience and in-house knowledge we developed along with this practice.
Wow. So now, Shiju, what are the most significant challenges you have faced in advising on infrastructure projects?
See, the infrastructure projects, when I say a corporate transaction is a balancing, infrastructure project requires more balancing because first of all, it is not private projects. Most of the infrastructure projects are public projects. So you cannot approach a public projects like a private project mentality. It is not just profit. Your profit is only one of the objective. And at the same time, these projects are the investment in the projects goes into million. It is not like a small. For example, imagine the investment required for a metro project, for a road project. So a private party cannot make profit like 1 day or 2 day, 3, 4, 5 years. And also the revenue coming out of the infrastructure project, a toll, a 30 rupees toll, or a metro, 20, 30 rupees ticket. It is a very long gestation projects. So we always have to remember it's a public projects. You have to approach with a different mindset. And also most of the time, the other side will be government. So you cannot have much negotiation in government project. And also government has to do a lot of things. So this interest, what government can, for example, acquisition of land, most of these land government can do in much better way than a private person. Okay. So you have this balancing. If you see infrastructure contract, this is always like identifying responsibility and giving the responsibility to the person who is most suitable to do it. So that aspect has to be very properly taken care. Otherwise, infrastructure projects will fail, and failure of infrastructure project is a huge loss, not just to government, to the public also.
Yes, very true, very true. So now coming to real estate projects. So what are the key strategies you follow while delivering on real estate projects?
So basically, I started the real estate practice in the firm, but now we have a very completely different partner who is heading very quite experienced, actually more experienced than me in real estate projects. So we advise all major real estate developers in India, and also we also do the pan-India real estate. Most of the corporates clients, wherever they require, from northeast to and also to the South Kanyakumari, that district, that extent, we do hundreds of projects each year, our real estate pan-India. Probably we are the only law firm that has the expertise to do the pan-India real estate project. The major challenge is that when you do this pan-India kind of real estate, the land laws change from each states. Yes. So it cannot be having, one law and, it changes from each state. And also the customs and practice, what we are doing in Bombay is not the same thing doing in Pune. So in the state itself, it changes from sub-registry to registry. So the understanding of the local laws, the understanding of the state law, the understanding of the national law, the building law, it's a whole gamut of change. So that area of practice is quite challenging. So fortunately, we have very good partners who've been in practice for, so that's why the challenges and we face them.
Wow, super. So now, Shiju, according to you, what key skills do you believe are essential for success in corporate law?
See, basically the key skill to understand corporate law is that you have to understand law, because you are a lawyer, you're bound to know law. That is for granted. You should also understand business. That is very important. Where lawyer often fails to understand business. However, a lawyer often fails to understand the requirement of business. So unless and until you understand that, you are a facilitator of business. If you don't come up with that mindset, you will become only an obstruction and you will fail as a business lawyer.
Very true, very true. Now, Shiju, who has influenced you from the legal world?
See, basically, since Mahatma Gandhi himself is a lawyer, so you see, so in India, if you see, Gandhi is a lawyer, Nehru is a lawyer, even Jinnah is also a lawyer, Ambedkar is a lawyer. So if you see as a lawyer, you look around, you see Obama is a lawyer. You see all the major people with the you can see a lot of lawyers. So there are a lot of people who can influence you as a lawyer, definitely. So, and so, yeah, there are a lot of influence because especially in my childhood, I was always interested more into politics, economics, and social studies of the aspects of subjects than science. So, yeah, so that's the reason, one of the reason also. And family, there is no lawyer in family, but yeah, in first generation lawyers. But I have a cousin who is also a lawyer. Maybe he into law, so I am also got attracted.
That's interesting. So now, Shiju, first of all, congratulations for India LLP completing 25 years. So what are the plans for going forward for the next 25 years celebrating Golden Jubilee?
So basically, see, as you know, law is a very evolutionary practice. You have to keep on adapting and changing yourself. During the beginning year of practice, I know certain law firms, more than 100-year-old law firms started during British era, quite well-known clients. We were envious, but failed, doomed, not even existing now. The reason is that they failed to change as per the changing time. So as a law firm, what we have done, we are first generation law firm, so we always be very eager to move ahead, satisfy the client. So we always believed in law as a service. So basically, if you see strictly, the law is not considered as a service industry, but we always think that we should serve client like any other service provider. So that way, in early 2000 itself, we have implemented a technology platform. So all our matters were integrated into the technology platform. In that time, none of the law firms were doing this software and all. So we had developed an in-house software. And we were probably the only law firm which have an exclusive client service team with each offices which cater only for client service. Client can just call them instead of chasing the lawyers. That is also another aspect. So we always innovate. So now we believe that, especially with the advent of artificial intelligence, the law profession is going to go through a revolutionary change. And we always believe that this kind of changes will be finally benefiting the profession. So we are also investing into the AI technologies and all so that we can serve the client better and we can future adapt ourselves to the future.
Wow, that's beautiful. So my last question for your professional journey will be, what advice would you give to a young lawyer entering a law firm for in the practice areas of transaction law, IBC?
See, the advice to all lawyers same, whether it is transactional, IBC or litigation, because studying law is, you never ceases to be a student. You always have to study. It is always challenging, even though 2024 or 25 years have been studying, but still today I'm seeing, I'm opening the book and reading, but there is no option for you. The moment you stop doing that, you will become irrelevant as a lawyer. So that's the only advice I have to. You have to keep on studying. You have to enjoy that.
Wow, beautiful word you said, enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so continuing conversation, let's check Shiju as a person. So my first question will be, tell us about your family and your formative years, Shiju.
See, I'm coming from a small village in Kerala. Okay, very lower middle class family. My father was in government service, and mother is a housemaker. And so, yeah, so I studied in very normal government schools. And so, yeah, that's how I started. Then when I came to Bombay, I moved to a city or Bangalore also. This is all the first. So before that, I was studying in a very normal government school studying. So then over a period of time, I got into National Law School also to do my PG and also gave a lot of exposure. Okay. So that's what my formative year. And as I said, I have one of my cousin who is also now is a senior counsel in the Supreme Court. He is also coming same like with me, same village and all, came to Delhi. So he's also, so we were all having similar journey. So what we learned, it doesn't matter where you come from, what you come from. If you do a lot of hard work, if you have that passion, you can establish even in a very family oriented profession like law.
Very true, very true. Okay. What are
Since
your
you're asking for the family, my wife is also a lawyer, so she's also a lawyer.
Okay, so with you or with another firm?
No, she practices independently.
Oh,
Family law she practices.
oh, that's interesting. Okay. Uh, so tell us something about your college life.
College life was fun. Basically, in our college days, it was more fun because now law as a curriculum become very strict. Okay, but we were having so it's a lot of internship these days, and it's very good. But our time, the law colleges were more of fun. We study mainly during exam time. Other it was like quite fun time. Lots of friends. It's like any other students in those days, where technology was less. We are more into a field.
Yes, yeah. So, Shiju, what are some of your favorite hobbies or activities outside of work?
Uh, very, I don't have too much extracurricular skill as such. I don't sing or dance and all. Yeah, but as you expect, I read. I like to read.
Mhm.
Always book was I really like to read. So anytime you give me a book, especially something, I will be happy myself. And of course, traveling is something I really like. Whenever I get time, I used to go out. Anyway, so that's
You gave
hobby I like.
you gave me follow for my two questions. So see, I'm also taking what do you say, my virtual background of a library.
Yes.
So telepathy. So you're interested in what kind of reading, fiction or non-fiction? And who's your favorite author?
I enjoy both, whether it is fiction or non-fiction. In fiction, yeah, I like Gabriel Garcia Marquez. If you read recent or Han Pamuk, these kinds of writers I like. And also non-fiction, I like philosophy. I like Western philosophy, specifically Nietzsche. Uh, this Western philosophy also I like. So basically, anything which interests me, I like to read, whether it is fiction or non-fiction. So I like that.
Interesting. So now let's go to your uh, travel. Which is your favorite travel destination place and why?
See, basically, my question is answer is see, it's not the destination as such. It is not a particular place as such. See, I like nature. So anywhere where is nature is there, I'm fine. Whether it is a forest, some hill station, anything. So even if I go to Karjat, I love Karjat also. Whether I go to Europe, I love that also. If I go my hometown Kerala, it's full of nature. So I
Yeah.
like nature. So I would like to be myself with nature wherever it is fine.
Yes, you're very blessed. That's why Kerala's has the tagline of a God's place of nature.
Absolutely. And even in Bombay, also I stay in Bombay during the rain time, you just go for a drive. It's beautiful.
Yeah. But uh, Kerala has backwaters.
Yes. Kerala has backwaters.
Beautiful. Temples, food. Wow, the churches, everything. And
Everything.
uh, ये अपना in 2023, I've been fortunate to visit Chennai. So
Okay.
what I did was check out Chennai. I enrolled in guided tours.
Okay.
So that was a very beautiful way of going with a guide, checking out different places. I
Yes.
went to Shore Temple, Mahabalipuram also.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mahabalipuram is beautiful.
Yeah. I've been to Mahabalipuram.
The Shore Temple, wow, it's a massive place. Uh,
Tamil Nadu has lots of good temples. Madurai is a beautiful temple. Then
yeah.
so you can go to Palani. There are a lot of temples. And Kerala also has a mix. They have churches, uh, mosques, all kinds of in Kerala also. And
Yeah.
Chennai is very close. One overnight drive you can reach in Kerala.
Yeah. I had planned to visit Pondicherry
Oh, it's also another
but
beautiful place.
in next visit. So I'm
Yeah.
planning for my travel plans.
Yeah. So basically,
Kerala is there, then this Pondicherry is there. Now Pondicherry.
yeah. Kerala. Whether
Yeah.
it is north or south India, you have a lot of place to visit.
Yeah.
It's not possible to cover everything in one life. So that much.
Yeah, India has so many. In Bombay, there are so many places to cover. Yes. Go to Asiatic Library, go
Wow. Yeah.
inside, go to sit on the upper steps. Wow. then the garden is a ornament garden. Just saying that full place of Ballard Estate is rich of history.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay. Okay. So, Shiju, how do you unwind after a long day and during weekends? What are your activities?
See, a long day unwinding, strictly speaking, does not happen much because we always reach home late and reach home only for sleep. Then get so strictly speaking, it doesn't happen. Yeah, weekend we reached into that career. We can little bit unwind. So weekend Saturday and all we will be may not be working always. Yeah, so if not traveling and all, we'll be of course watching TV. That is one thing we do. A lot of nowadays, a lot of series, Netflix, and also you can watch, or we just go around for just a small drive, or have some good food. Make some. I like seafood and also buy some seafood. So that's how we unwind a couple of days. So back to work.
Wow. So for seafood, which place you recommend?
I generally buy and make myself at home.
Woo!
Okay, so that's what we do. But yeah, there are a lot of Konkan Gomantak restaurant across Bombay. Even very small places. There are very expensive places in Bombay, which everyone. Even very small seafood places in the Gomantak places are very nice.
Yes, especially in the other side.
Yeah, yes.
Dadar, Worli.
Yes, exactly. So I would love to see more such restaurant coming. Personal interest, but yeah,
Yeah.
they are also very nice.
I like to take you to this when you have this Kerala New Year, having eating on a banana leaf.
Yeah, banana leaf. Yeah, that's
Experience that.
Bombay. But if you want to have an authentic, you have to be in Kerala. There are a
Yeah,
lot of
okay.
Bombay, there are limitations. Yeah, manageable.
Yeah. Okay. So you're from your bucket list, what do you want to, on a priority basis, do in 2024?
See, in 2024, see, the priority list is that we just it's a professional priority only, not a personal priority for me. So we are just completed 25 years, so we are completely transforming our practice and all those things. We are adding some new practice. So setting up for next 25 years, kick-starting. That's my. So this is a very crucial year for us for 26 years to move forward. So that's our main priority this time. It's a professional year for us.
Yes, yes. New milestones, new journey, planning for 2025. Sorry, 25, next 25 years. So beautiful journey it will be. So my last question for you, describe Shiju in one line.
One line, yeah, I am very passionate about whatever I do and also very cooperative and flexible.
Wow, beautiful. So let's go to the fun round, the rapid fire round.
Okay.
You're an early bird or a night owl?
Earlier, I used to be a night out and early, very night out and sleep late. But nowadays, I'm an early bird. I get up very early in the morning, 5:30 and all. And because of that, I sleeps around 10:30, 11 that time.
Wow. Tea or coffee?
I prefer both, but if you specifically ask coffee.
Okay, let's raise it.
Cheers.
Yes. Okay. Your favorite food dish?
Seafood and biryani.
Oh. In seafood, which?
I like, see, there are a lot of small varieties which you don't get sardine and all those things. I love all those. And also shellfishes and all that.
Okay. Which is your go-to gadget?
See, if you ask mobile and laptop, that's only two gadgets I have not had. But yeah, these are two things. They'll be always with me.
Okay. Your favorite movie?
Very difficult to say favorite movie, but yeah, if you ask me, yeah, I may say Godfather. Also, but there are lists there. There are a lot of good movies. Very difficult question.
Okay. And there are beautiful Kerala movies also. So which is your like to watch?
See, I can speak for hours about Malay movies because Kerala movies are very good movies. So
yes,
a lot of good movies. If just not even now itself, you can see this year itself came with a lot of movie like Manumal Boys and all. I have seen a lot of good movies. Great
Because of,
actor.
because of Netflix,
Yeah.
we're very
Yes.
fortunate to watch different regional languages, then
Different,
international language movies.
yeah, it's not the maximum movie like Telugu movies, like Bahubali or Kalkini. Kerala cannot afford that kind of move. So we play more on the script and story
Yes. Yeah.
and the visual impacts.
Yes. Yes. I know. Kerala has a depth of what do you say? Story.
Stories. Content is the king there.
Yes. Content is the king. Yes. Yes. Okay. Your favorite color?
Blue.
Wow. So you did well. You get
I,
this book, Adopt Technology for Better Collaboration and Document Workflow. I'm the
okay.
author. It will be sent to you with
Sure. Thank you very much. Thank you. I look forward for that.
So, friends, it was a lovely conversation which we had with Shiju. He's preparing for the next 25 years to achieve Golden Jubilee, being from a non-lawyers family. He shared different insights on transaction, on infrastructure, on IBC. Do watch this episode. You get a lot of insights, and companies who want to have tie-up India Law LLP is the one to approach. And we have 180 plus episodes in different series. Do subscribe for updates, for new episodes. And if you want to be featured as a guest speaker, visit our website, theimagingindiaforum.com. Fill in the form. Our team will connect with you. Stay safe. Enjoy the rains. And we meet again on Monday with another guest speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.